Good evening, beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations tonight. Conversations with the Ancients. I'm Priscilla. This is Heather. And tonight we have a special guest, a first time on our show. I'm so excited. Teri from Holding Your Space. Welcome to the Crone Zone.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
I'm excited to have you here too. For new people on the block that haven't been to our site before, because we do have a lot of new subscribers. Heather and I started this channel about 3 years ago, coming up on 3 years ago, at the absolute insistence of my guides. They would not take no for an answer. So here we are, loving every minute of it and part of this community. So just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. We're here in love and compassion and helping each other get through our ascension. And welcome to all you new subscribers. Okay, so much for that. Hey, Jenny and White Dragon. Welcome, you guys. So nice to have you here.
Yeah. Paul, how are you? Hi, Jenny.
And Aquila.
There's Aquila. Aquila's got a new channel.
I know she does. We love Aquila. She's was our
amazing.
First guest of 2025.
Oh my gosh.
We'll have her back.
That's great.
Definitely.
She's
going to be on next week.
Tuned in and talented. And I actually talk to her brother quite often. When she's around, her brother's around. And he's delightful.
That's beautiful. I love that.
He's really delightful. So that's kind of fun. So those of you that don't know Miss Teri, she's at Holding Your Space on YouTube, and she has a website, and all the details are in our description, show description. Hi, Suzanne G and Diane G.
And we're glad to have you here.
We're so glad to have you, Suzanne. That's fantastic. Welcome. You'll love this community. And we love to communicate with the chat. And so if you would like to communicate with us, please put it in all caps with emojis. We have crone eyes, and it's hard to pick up sometimes. So I wanted to kind of do a little bit of an interview with Teri and find out a little bit about how she got started.
Yes.
Have you always been a psychic medium, your entire life, or did that you come into it later? Because I came into it much later in life than most people I know.
Isn't that funny how people are coming on board?
And in my case, I've been doing it all my life. I just didn't know it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You get the messages, but you don't know how.
And she's a remote viewer and she's been a remote viewer her whole life.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've been astral traveling since I was in second grade. I just didn't know that's what I was doing.
And how many kids are, right?
Do that.
Yeah. And so many kids do it, right? And and their parents say, no, you didn't do that, or grandma or somebody.
Yeah. And gotta go to imagination.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I started pretty young, seeing people, spirit, and also those that have passed. So same thing. Right. And then at 12, I started going to this school called the School of Metaphysics.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow.
My mom was pretty in tune, and she was a healer, and she worked full time, and but she studied Edgar Cayce and the Melchizedek principles and whatnot. So she was very involved. So it was nice. And then I had a 4-year degree in metaphysics before I graduated high school.
Wow. How fortunate for you.
Well, yes. It wasn't. I really felt like I wasn't a normal kid. And it's funny because I can
see that. Yeah.
Right. And I'd had previous lives like that too. Mm-hmm. So I kind of rebelled against metaphysics.
Sure.
Yeah. And and then I went through life in like unity and Buddhism, and I was always involved in it. I always had my finger in something, but really it wasn't until I don't know, maybe about 10 years ago that I really got back into it. And a huge thing was the what do you call it? The pandemic.
Mhm.
And I found like-minded people here on YouTube. I found like-minded people.
Exactly. Us too.
Yeah. And
Us
it's a
too.
huge thing. Really, really big for me. So really helpful.
Yeah, the pandemic started pretty much everything for us. We spent most of it watching stuff on Gaia.
Yeah.
Just deep diving into metaphysics, and I was channeling all kinds of different entities and didn't know what I was doing. So I was watching people that were doing it on Gaia to kind of learn the rules, how to protect yourself and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And, but that it was all new to me. But it
Wow.
was so much fun to watch people on YouTube. First it was just people that were reading cards, and then you could find the ones that had more of a metaphysical background, that were more into spiritualism. And wow, it's just grown by leaps and bounds.
Yeah. And we can't get enough people fast enough, I think.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
We need more and more and more. So you guys, if you've ever been thinking about starting a channel, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was 70 when we started 69 when we started our channel. So, you can do it at any age.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you're kicking and screaming all the way there. You're going to end up doing it if that's what they want you to do.
Yeah, Spirit wants you to.
They don't just nag, they drag.
They do, don't they? Yeah.
Were you guided to start a channel by Spirit?
I was, I actually studied with the Chakras Center. I'm one of their teachers. I teach meditation. And
no wonder your meditations are so lovely.
Oh, thanks.
If you haven't seen her morning meditations, you've got to go check them out.
Oh, that's
Please
so
go
sweet.
like and subscribe.
Well, one of the best parts of that meditation group, or the best part, is the group element, because the people that come in are so knowledgeable, and a lot of them have gone on and started their own channels, or they already have a channel, and they come in and they support each other. So it's gotten to be that sometimes it's an hour show, sometimes it's 50 minutes of chat, and then 10 minutes of meditation.
Oh, that's lovely though, isn't it? I love to communicate
beautiful.
with the chat. I've made so many friends through the chat.
Right?
Who knew?
Yeah.
If you'd have told me that 5 years ago, I would have said you were insane. I'm not going to make friends online. That's nuts.
Yeah, right.
Here we are.
Tell me about it. Paul's like, not me. I don't want a channel. It's going to watch all of that.
We'll just have you on this one.
There
We
you
don't
go.
mind having you on our channel.
We're very happy to have you visit.
Yeah, we love having you here, Paul. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? But I thought, gosh, this is a wealth of things going on, and I know the pandemic was horrible for so many people, and
it was.
And a lot of love. Yeah, a lot of love.
There was a lot of death in our little Key West town. The mayor lost his wife and his daughter, and
same week.
It was horrible.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that for us, and luckily I didn't lose anybody.
Yeah, it wasn't for me either. It was kind of a big reset,
it was.
A lot of people lost things, and that was a reset, and probably brought them somewhere. I don't know where, but kind of depends on where you're going. That's one thing that happened. My husband passed away about 10 years ago. And that was a huge reset for me.
2015, my husband died.
Yeah.
It was a huge reset.
Yeah. We must be on the same path, Priscilla.
No shit. Yeah. And Heather's a widow times 2. No, sorry.
Widow and a divorcee.
Yeah. Oh, that's me.
I did the divorcing.
Yeah, but mine was divorced the first time and widow the second time.
That's me too.
Angela.
You get treated differently if you're a widow versus a divorcee. You really do get treated differently.
Not fair. Just not fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
I noticed it was a big difference.
Yeah. There's a lot of grief that comes in with both of them.
Either or.
Yeah. And then there's shame that comes in with the divorce. I was
Mhm.
divorced.
Well,
I was
shame
married
can
when
be
I was
there with
19.
a
And
death too if there
people's
was not.
attitude towards you is a whole bunch different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that when I first got divorced in the 70s. Holy shit. You
Right?
were like needed an A on your clothing, you know? It was like, "He's
100%.
divorced."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's a big deal.
There's a big difference between the respect that you get.
Absolutely. Jenny says,
Yeah.
"I'm with White Dragon. I don't want my own channel, but I love freelancing on others." And we love having you, Miss Jenny. Miss
And that's
Jenny's
fine.
another incredible reader.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it, Jenny. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. So, the pandemic was such a big reset, and the
Here we
death
are
of my
again.
husband, right? And all of us, there's so many resets. We call them FGOs, effing growth opportunities. And so it's kind of like, we get hit over the head with all these things until we have this opportunity to grow. And
Haven't got there yet. I have in 2015, I lost my husband, my sister, and my mother in 3
oh,
months.
so
Boom,
sad.
boom, boom. You talk about wake-up call.
Yeah,
It took me years to grieve for all 3 because I was so busy grieving my husband. I didn't have time for the other 2 when they first died, you know? It was just one on top of the other. It was insanity.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's fine. I love being single. It was like once I was able to process, it was freedom. It was absolute freedom from those ties, and you know, a chance to be whoever I wanted to be without attachment. Does that make sense?
100%. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't. And David was my first guide. So, you know, he was the one knocking on the door, well, banging on the door. Hello, hello, you know, when I woke up. So I haven't lost him.
Oh, yeah. Every time I'd go to a metaphysical fair or a reading, and everybody would be like, "Who's that guy behind you?"
Yeah,
I'm like, "Oh, don't
exactly.
worry, it's my husband."
It's just my husband. He's pay no attention to the man
Yeah,
behind the screen.
I've got a ton of people behind me. One is not my husband.
Oh,
Neither
Right.
one of them.
oh, okay.
Well, who's behind you, Heather?
My folks and my ancestors.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't think my first husband's anywhere around. I don't communicate with him.
yeah. My husband comes in for a bit, and then he always does an Irish goodbye. He's just gone. He'll come in
Yeah.
and say hi to everybody, and
Checking in and off he goes.
yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's interesting how people come in. Um, and I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like, this lifetime right now is like it's really important about our lineage too.
I
Healing
heard you talking about
ancestral.
that earlier. I have not had that, lineage, our ancestral lineage, our lineage.
Yeah, yeah,
Although, several years ago when this first started, I do remember clearing our ancestral line was super important,
yeah,
but it was like we did the work and that done. Did the work, done. And it must be back again because
yeah.
I've heard others talking about that right now.
Yeah, I
I
was going to say the ones that are mostly around me are like my mom, my grandma, my great grandma, and my great great grandma.
wow, that's powerful.
There,
Yeah,
all of them are there.
That's a lot of power.
that is a lot of power.
They're all very strong ladies.
I like a strong woman. No problem with
My
that. Most of my
family
best
is
And,
full of
friends.
and
strong
she
women.
knows Maggie, and Maggie is a hoot.
Aw,
Yeah,
Maggie is my great grandma.
I used to channel her great grandma,
Yeah.
and she was a toot.
Yeah.
She was Scottish and England, but lived in England. Is that right?
Yeah, she actually grew up in Scotland, but moved to England to be married. And of course, during her time, women couldn't run anything. She actually owned and ran the bank, but her
Ran.
husband was next to her as, quote, the owner. she ran things.
Strong women.
And knowing her, she ran things. And she loved coffee.
Oh,
It's really funny. The people the entities I would channel, they always wanted coffee. They loved coffee.
Especially with cream and sugar in it.
Yeah, they would like,
wow.
would you drink a cup of coffee? Can we have a cup of coffee?
Oh,
Sure,
that's
why
so
not?
sweet.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, that's so sweet. I love that. Yeah. And Heather, was your grandma like connected to the earth then? The Scottish grandmother?
Well, I am 50% Scottish because my mom was 100% Scottish.
Yeah.
And both grandpa and grandma came over at the same time.
Oh,
And both from Scotland. My grandmother, I never knew her. She died when my mom was 12. So I
Oh.
never knew her. But I know that she was great. And she was raised in Scotland, even though everybody else lived in England because of heart issues. Heart.
Oh, yeah.
She was schooled at home, and so she was kept at home. But everybody was from the land. I mean, that's what my grandfather was, and that's where she was, and my great grandmas. My
And Heather owned a farm in Kansas.
yeah, and I owned a farm. Yeah,
Where in Kansas?
Northwest corner. We were about 60 miles from Colorado and 40 miles from Nebraska in the corner.
Wow.
So
Yeah. It's actually beautiful country.
in its own way, yes.
Yeah.
I have never found a part of the country that in its own way wasn't beautiful.
Right.
The mountains are beautiful. The plains are beautiful. Watching the wheat, which is what we grew, watching the wheat fields as they turned so that they were a golden color and the wind going through was just like watching a smooth ocean because it just rippled through.
I know it waving. It's just beautiful when the grass.
So everything has their own beauty.
Where did you grow up, Teri?
I'm in Kansas City. That's
You
where I
grew
grew up.
I love
And you
Kansas
know where Colby
City.
is? We were near Colby.
Oh, Colby, I stop in all the time on my way to Denver.
Colby, everybody knows. But
Yeah.
you have Colby, Hoxie, and Oberlin, and inside is a little itty bitty town called Selden, and that's where I lived.
Okay. Is that where the big ball of twine is?
No, that's farther east.
Okay. Okay.
The big ball of twine. I
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
stop
the
there.
biggest ball of twine that there was, and there's a town called Nicodemus. It was named that because of the population that was there. And talk about segregation.
Oh, that's so sad. Yeah. Yeah. It's Kansas is a really interesting place. I had friends that have branched in it in Medicine Lodge, which is southern, by Oklahoma border. And that's really, and it's all interesting. Like you said, the whole world is. So wherever you go, you can find beauty.
You absolutely can.
I seem to be sensitive to the energy in Kansas. It's not good for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I kept moving away and then I kept coming back. Once I had kids, I came back. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, in some ways, the friendliness there is hard to replace because you have people who do take care of you there.
Yeah.
I think we're going to find community starting up more and more in the next few months, next few years. We'll get back to more community.
Yeah.
It's when times are tough, that's where you go.
That's right. And it doesn't matter, what persuasion you are. I mean,
exactly.
If there's somebody that needs help, you reach out your hand and that's what it's all about. Yeah. So I really feel the same. I feel like people are going to be coming together and it's going to be a new ball game. Unfortunately, it might be because people need each other. So, but that's another reason.
Unfortunately, nevertheless, it's going to happen. As the divine feminine rises, more and more of us are going to be community minded, because we're community minded. That's what we do on our shows. It's all about holding the light for people and showing them how to hold the light for themselves.
Right. Yeah.
They can be at peace
Yeah.
all the chaos, because I never in my life have I seen it crazier out there.
Yeah.
It's just insane, and that's not my reality. I don't claim that reality. It's not my
No.
reality. My
But just
reality is
watch
all love and light in this community and the people around me that are like that, you know?
Right.
And
Yeah,
you
exactly.
really don't want to do anything more than observe.
Mm-mm.
Exactly. Witnessing. Yeah, witnessing.
Witnessing, exactly.
Witnessing awareness. Yeah. Hey Ness, how are you? And Lauren, everybody's coming in. We've got yeah, it's interesting to watch everything that's happening. And you know, it's hard not to have rage. And I've kind of gotten to the point where I kind of feel like rage is kind of a sacred thing because it affects your heart and you have to acknowledge it, just like grief.
And then let that shit go, because that rage will
You
kill
do
you.
have to let it go. Yes.
Exactly. Just
That's
like
the
grief.
Mhm.
And you know, and so acknowledging it, and because it does hurt our hearts when things happen, and we're sensitive, most of us.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it's really important, but then just to watch it.
I don't watch anything. Uh-oh. Can somebody take care of this tarot destroyer? I must not have done the crap.
Oh, the subscriber thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, what you're saying goes right along with the card that I drew before the show, which is the void. And basically what they're saying is retreat, rest, and pause. Don't get involved in it.
Okay, I think I deleted him and banned.
You did. You got rid of
That's
them.
the only one I ever get, and I always, if I forget, I get him. Is there a way to go back and fix it now?
I think it will delete everything that's came up that they brought.
Well, he's been banned from it now, so he won't be able to.
Yeah. Yeah. And everything's deleted that they came in and said.
Yeah.
So it's
yay! Thank you, mods.
Yeah. Thank you, you guys. Slayers.
Slayers. I love them. I love them. I love them. Let's see what Diane G says here.
Yeah.
I hope so, Priscilla. I was shown an Earth timeline in the future where humanity has a lot of small interconnected communities, and there was government, no currency. It's beautiful. I always see it as Star Trekian. That's my vision, is Star Trekian. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you know, the more we get into that 5D energy too, it is all community and it's all love based. So it's not like
unconditional love and unity consciousness is the basis of that 5D. So
yeah.
Yeah. When I first started hearing about no money, I mean, years ago, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? How am I going to save my family and make sure they have enough? But we won't need it.
Yeah, and I was saying no money to me is also indicative to me of no capitalism.
Yeah, exactly.
And that,
praise the Lord, the goddesses.
Oh,
it's back.
Yeah.
Just a minute, I'll get him.
Yeah, somebody will get him. They're just a bot now. But yeah, so going into that, and I also saw like AI playing a role in that, making sure that there was a standard of living. I mean, I feel like there's going to be some hoops to go through, but there can be a standard of living because they'll figure it out.
There has to be.
Yeah.
And AI is the perfect way for it to figure it out, because it's way more than my tiny mind can wrap myself around.
Right. Well, and obviously it's more than our government's mind can wrap around either.
Yeah.
So there's no money exchanging hands. There's just somebody getting her done.
So, oh, here we go. You guys, I don't know how to.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be a full-time job tonight.
I'm so sorry. I don't know how to go back and
they'll all be deleted.
Yeah, but I was just wondering who's our wrenches.
Me doing it. It's me doing it.
I know, but I was wondering if we have any people with wrenches who would just go in and handle
them. Yeah, I did see. I think White Dragon has a
wrench. Sorry, I didn't mean to show that. I'm trying to delete it.
Yeah,
they're getting there so fast.
Laura Hunsinger's there. Maybe she can do it.
Yeah, Lauren's here. Lauren's got one. They're all good slayers. So anyway, yeah. Yeah, we're surrounded by our galactic families now, 24/7, right, Lauren? Yeah. We're all sharing that energy now. And I love that you two have been sharing energy and energy work for so many years. You're way ahead of the game.
Since about 2012. I think that's
Yeah.
when we met, was 2012. So yeah. But you said you've been doing energy healing that long as well, right? I mean, you've been doing it for many years.
Yeah, I learned the Kundalini healing.
What is
when
Kundalini healing? I do a Kundalini
meditation.
That's my go-to, is a Kundalini meditation, but I don't know anything
Oh,
about
I love that.
And of course, prior to our working together, we worked separately as healers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. The Kundalini is when you raise the Kundalini from your root chakra and the earth. And then actually in the healings, we would bring it up to our third eye and direct it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it was really interesting. And then I also did trance Akashic records.
Yeah,
then
we both do that.
Yeah. So, and
it's almost like, okay, you can do this now. Now learn how to do this so you can do this. And
yeah,
I'll do this one, do this, so you just keep adding to your knowledge.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. It's fun to do.
I really miss working in person with people sometimes. I do readings through Zoom now.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm glad we have Zoom. We all kind of got used to Zoom during the pandemic, but it's not my favorite. I really kind of miss the in-person stuff. But I'm on the road. I don't have a home really anymore. I mean, I have an apartment right now, but I'm getting ready to move that into a van and to travel for a while. And so it's going to be a way different lifestyle,
And I can watch those shows endlessly on YouTube, the van life and people with tiny houses. I love it.
The tiny houses too. That's actually what we want to do, is build tiny houses on some property in New Mexico.
Oh, beautiful.
Like have a family commune type place and do I'd actually like to have a goddess center there as well. So people can come and gather and get together. I'm guided to do some healing work on the land in New Mexico. So it's going to be really interesting to see what pans out. I have no idea. No idea.
That's beautiful. Yeah. There is land that needs healing sometimes, right? Yeah. When I've traveled, I've really felt it. And felt the need to ask permission to be there too.
And I've brought some crystals, and I've got tobacco and different types of crystals and tobacco and stuff too.
Yeah. And I know when I moved to Denver, anybody who would ask me, I would have told them the ground is shaking. Nobody else would feel it, but I could feel the ground shaking. And it's actually the ley lines trying to wake up. And that's why I was here, was to help them. It doesn't shake anymore, so we must have got it done.
I love that.
But it was really weird because I could just stand in the apartment and it's like, this is like a mini earthquake. What the heck?
I never felt a thing. And Heather's like, can't you feel that? And I'm like, nope.
Yeah. The crystalline energy there is phenomenal. I get the same way. I can't drive there. It's just too much. I mean, I can drive in town, but if I get out in the country, I can't drive.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
But the main problem I have here in the city is trying to stay grounded. So every time and she knows this, every time we go on the show, I have salt bricks and they're under my feet, and I sit with my feet on the salt bricks the whole time we're on the show, so that I at least 2 to 3 times a week I'm sitting with my feet
Be grounded.
Trying to get myself grounded again. Yeah.
I'm running that down, Heather. I love that, salt bricks. I have a couple of family members that could really use something like that. We have grounding mats.
Warm them in the oven so that they're warm.
Yeah.
Well, I might
Microwave, so they can be warm. But my feet don't get that cold, and it's in here, so I just leave them sitting here. And so when I get on my bench, I just put my feet on the bricks, and I'm set. And you can get them at Amazon. They're like regular bricks used for like bathrooms, but it's salt. They're salt.
Wow.
Imagine building a bathroom made out of salt bricks.
No.
A meditation room made out of salt bricks. Oh my God, can you imagine?
I think it'd be amazing.
We had a saltwater pool in Key West.
One. It's a salt.
Isn't that amazing? And they're beautiful.
Wow.
We had a saltwater pool in Key West. It is amazing the difference that you would feel within 5 minutes of being in that pool. It was better than the ocean because it didn't have crap in it.
That and also we would start talking when we were in the pool and come up with more stuff that you wouldn't believe.
Hanging out in that salt pool.
Yeah, because you would be grounded and you would get all these messages.
So it's really important that we do a lot. We are surrounded by salt. We have salt in our lives around us. It helps our connection with the water in our bodies, everything. It's just
and
we need it.
If you're able to take baths, throw some Epsom salts in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just a matter of getting grounded, and so many of us, me included, aren't.
Well, we like to live in the upper chakras rather than the lower chakras, and sometimes we forget that they're just as important.
Yeah. It's easy to forget, isn't it?
White Dragon is right. Those are my shoes.
Heather's salt shoes. I love that. Yeah, 2 straps for them. That's amazing.
Yep.
That's
yeah.
funny.
So Colorado's like that for me. Arkansas is like a huge crystalline energy place too. They have
my God.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of the Atlantean crystals are, and Lemurian crystals as well.
And they're stored there. Yeah. There's tons of them there.
Yeah.
Big ones that they moved when they knew that they were in trouble.
Was it Atlantis?
Yes, for Atlantis. They're from Atlantis, and they moved them out because they knew what was going to happen, but the faction that was ruling wouldn't listen to them. So by the time all that happened, they had moved out a bunch of the major ones. And they're stored in Arkansas and
somewhere in South America. I can't remember exactly.
South America too, but it's not just Arkansas, but the state near Arkansas. I can't remember which one it was. But there are 2 states that have a bunch of them. And then also, was it Brazil?
I think it is Brazil. Maybe.
Yeah, I
don't know. We did a show on it. If
anybody go back and look at it.
Yeah, we did a show on
one. Yeah,
Atlantean crystals last year. I think it was, or maybe
Paul just got some Celtic salt. That's amazing stuff. That's really special. Yeah. Well, I love anything to do with Atlantis, so that's
well. We had a couple shows. We had so much information about them. We did a couple shows on. So if you go back and look of the different shows, you can replay them.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It's funny how some places you can go to and you can just feel the energy. Colorado's like that for me.
All I have to do is see the mountains, and I get a grin on my face. And I was driving in on whatever it is from Kansas into
70.
Yeah. And as soon as I saw the mountains, I couldn't wipe the grin off my face. I was just like, I'm so excited. They just make my heart sing. But I don't want to live here. I love them. But I don't feel like home. It doesn't feel like home, if that makes it.
Yeah,
I'm here because of my granddaughter goes to CSU, and my daughter was in college, all their masters because the kids are going to college here, and it's just kind of temporary. So I came up to help out for a year because one of them was having a couple of surgeries, just family stuff. And it's been really interesting to live in Fort Collins. It's a beautiful little town, amazing people here, and the foothills are like 10 minutes away.
Wow.
Horse Reservoir in the foothills, and it's delightful, but it's not home for me. So I don't know where home is right now, but
yeah.
I have a feeling I know where it's at, but it's not here in the city. I'm not a city person.
Yeah.
Well, I really don't care for living in a city. I
don't.
need to be back in the country.
Expressed that several times, and I think that's why I don't have to stay for 5 years.
Oh, good.
If the job is done, then go find the right place.
Move on. Yeah. Yeah. I do like a smaller town. And when I travel, I don't usually like big cities. There's a few of them I like, but very rare. But I like a smaller island or a smaller town.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Get to know the people.
New York was great once, twice, 3
Good
times.
place to visit. Don't want to live there.
Chicago was a fasciinating city with all
Really
the museums and stuff. Same thing with New York. I love the museums and all of that. But what I don't have any desire to go back to maybe San Francisco. I always really loved San Francisco.
It's beautiful. I like Monterey. That's one of my favorites.
Monterey.
Well, San Diego was okay. I've been there because my son was in the Navy. It's okay. Not where I want to live. It's
yeah,
okay.
I like Encinitas and Carlsbad up in there. That's really pretty.
It is beautiful.
It's all city, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I bet.
There's just too much traffic in California. It's too expensive, and there's just too many wildfires.
What's funny to me is that as expensive as they say Key West is, Denver is just as expensive.
Oh yeah, Denver's high.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah, yeah. We lived in South Florida, Palm Beach County, and for 8 years, and it was beautiful, but it was really fast paced because it's a very East Coast town. It's not Southern at all. I was in Delray Beach, and it was stunning.
I know people that live in Delray right now, actually.
Yeah, yeah. It's a really cute town, and it was like a small town back then, and now it's not so much.
No, nothing's small town anymore. Except, Fort Collins is still pretty small town, but it's enormous compared to what it was when I was here in when I lived here in the 70s.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I do like the smaller towns, though. I'm with you on that. KC's a nice small town. It's small enough.
It is.
Yeah.
I've actually spent some time there in the 70s. In an area of town that was old homes that were mainly rentals at that point, because we had the top floor of a house, but the houses there were absolutely fascinating, just beautiful houses. Old, what is it, Victorian? Are they?
They have some Victorians. They have a lot of prairie style houses.
Yeah, lovely prairie style house.
Yeah, gorgeous, and lots of Tudors. I live in a Tudor.
Oh,
my house is about 100 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's been here for a while, and it's got good art, good lots of foodies that have moved here, and lots of transplants from Texas and California here now.
Oh, that's good. Oh
yeah,
my God, we're back.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, but I do like it. The longer I'm here, I know I'm not here for forever, so that's okay.
Really? You think you'll end up moving somewhere else?
Yeah.
Are your kids grown?
Well,
they're still cooking.
Right. Aren't they always?
Yeah.
Pretty much. That no matter what age they are.
Right. Yeah, they're both in their 20s, and my son lives with me, and
my grandkids are in their 20s.
Yeah, well,
and I was going to say both of my kids are in their late 40s, close to 50, and my grandkids are in high school. So
yeah, Yeah, that's great.
And what?
And my great grandkid is in like 3rd grade.
Well,
God.
my nephew, he's actually I guess he's called my grandnephew. I don't
Mhm.
know. Anyway, he lives with me now too. So, and he's 16, but so I got a 16-year-old teenager and a couple of 20-year-olds and 20 somethings.
That live with you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
they're still here.
you know what? They keep us young. I have my, well, she's gonna be 19 next week. She's my disabled granddaughter that lives with me part-time. And, oh my god, a teenager again? I'm like, "What was I thinking?"
I was gonna say the only time I really feel old is when I'm visiting my grandkids, and I'm going, "Oh."
It's exhausting work, but it's so fun too because I learned so much from her. She teaches me so much.
Right. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. It is interesting. There have been a lot of interesting things going on here at the house with everybody here. So
Oh, I can
it's been good.
imagine.
Yeah. They do keep you young and they're fun to do stuff with. So and we're pretty active. We go out. There's a lot of music stuff that happens here, and we're not into football at all. But
No? Or is that joking?
no, we're really not. My family. My husband
Me
was.
either. I'm not into competition of any kind anyway. I just think
Right?
it's like I just think it's ridiculous to go out there and hit each other's.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's
But I also think competition is bad for the soul. So
wow. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It is. It is. And
Capitalism.
but we do love Taylor and Kelsey. So we
I kind of love that too. I kind of love that too.
it's you know what? It's a feel good thing for the whole planet, I think.
I think
And
so
maybe I'm
too. I
being
think it's
naive,
cute.
but yeah, it
I
just
think it's
brings
cute.
it's really cute and I think it brings nice, wholesome fun,
I do
you know?
too. And if
Yeah.
we are naive about it, I don't care.
Right? Just have some I don't wanna know if I'm being too naive. Yeah, right, Garnet?
Exactly.
Football is a fascist game.
I'm with you, Garnet.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Now, what is it called, Garnet? The one over there? Not not your football, but the other one, the one
Soccer, are you
Oh,
talking
like
what we
soccer?
call football?
No, it's their version.
Rugby?
Cricket.
Hockey?
Cricket.
Cricket.
My husband was English. I lived in England for 8 years. He
Oh,
was a
really?
cricket fan. I thought cricket was the most boring game on the planet
Yeah,
right
hockey?
after right after, baseball.
Yeah.
I thought baseball has always been boring. I do like their soccer though. I mean, you don't stop
Yeah.
until 45
Oh
minutes.
my god, she loved it
Just
so
don't
much,
stop.
we had to go to the Manchester United Stadium. She got to go to a game. She was such an addict for
Oh my god.
Manchester United. It was
Yeah.
so much
I'll
fun.
go again.
My brother's over there, and he's a huge Arsenal fan, and he's a huge
Ooh.
Chiefs
Oh, is
fan.
he?
Yeah. So they, I think last time I was there, we stayed up watching one of the playoff games. And that was in February or January. Anyway, it was kind of like, it starts at midnight and you're going to bed at 4 or something.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
no thanks.
yeah. Yeah. Cricket's something else.
I do like the soccer because they don't put up screens and they don't replay. If you're busy talking to somebody and you miss something, you done missed it.
Yeah.
Period. There are no replays.
Yeah. Right.
My
Yeah.
husband was a fisherman, Garnet, and he loved anything soccer, rugby, cricket. He loved cricket. Oh my god. But he was also an angler and was in lots of tournaments in England along the rivers and
Oh, beautiful.
canals there.
Very successful.
And he loves fishing on the other side to this day. He was always catch and release, but I was like, I don't want a hook in my mouth. It would hurt. I don't care whether it's catch and release or not. You can't tell me that doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But people just don't the 50s, born in the 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe 40s, 50s, don't get sentient animals. Everything is sentient. Mother Earth is sentient. Most
Yeah.
people are totally clueless.
Yeah.
That crystal you're holding is sentient. You know what I mean?
It is, right? Yeah, everything is. The plant, everything. I have, my husband's probably over there fishing with your husband, Priscilla, because he likes every sport in the world,
Yeah,
and
and my dad loves to fly. My dad was a pilot on this side, and he still loves to fly. I love that you can create whatever the hell you wanna create over there and do it,
right?
you know?
Yeah.
And it's instantaneous because there's no time. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited about, "Oh, goody, I'm getting older soon, I get to go back over there and play." This was hard work.
Yeah. I don't know why we signed up for it, but I guess we had a plan.
And why did we have to make it the hardest way possible?
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
mean, why did I'm the kind of person that I have to hit my head against the wall 5 times before I get it.
Because it feels so good to stop.
I guess so, but I wish I would stop long before 5. I'm a really slow learner, apparently.
Yeah. Ditto.
I
Ditto.
feel like it anyway some days.
Well, there's a lot of shame, right, when we go through learning opportunities sometimes
Yes.
surrounding them. Like, why did I marry that narcissist, or why did, or date them or whatever, or,
Yeah.
work at this job that was a nowhere, just monotony. So it's like, there's some shame involved there. And then this past week, I was going through this spiritual awakening. And like I could feel my skull, I could feel my crown chakra. I couldn't use certain words. They weren't coming in. And I was kind of worried at first that I was getting early onset dementia. And then next I was like, oh, it's an awakening. Okay, I get it. And then I was like, well, who can I call and talk to him about it? And I said, I don't want to seem boastful. I don't want to seem like, and then I thought, are you going to shame yourself because you're awakening, girl?
Self-judgment much,
Right?
but
Yeah.
it is yourself some slack.
Yeah.
It is hard to know when it's at, like, where's between discretion and judgment. You know what I mean? Where's that fine line? And it's hard for us to learn it about ourselves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the hardest.
I think Mel Robbins, have you guys watched her at all? I love her. She talks about that, and she says, we really, the person that we fight with the most is ourselves.
For sure with
From
me.
morning to
No
night.
matter what we do, we lose.
Yeah.
Or we win, whichever way you want to think about it.
Heather, I love that. I'm gonna copy that. Put it in the vault. That's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, we do lose, don't we? If we keep telling ourselves things like, oh, you can't tell people that, you can't talk about that, or you can't
I just feel as a crone, I am privileged to talk about any goddamn thing I want to talk about.
There you have it. There you have it. I like that.
Earn the privilege to say whatever I damn well please, because
and for the most part, we don't care what anybody else thinks anymore.
Yeah. Tell me about
Been
it.
there, done that. We're going to do what we want.
Yeah.
It's a hard one. That is probably the hardest thing to give up, is caring about what somebody else thinks, whether they're close to you or far away or just part of your community. What did so-and-so think about that? What did so-and-so? I don't care. That's none of my business. What you think about me has nothing to do with me. That's your projection. It's your projection of who I am.
Yeah. And that self-talk is like a huge thing to give up. Yeah. It's a big
I look in the mirror and say, I'm bloody brilliant. Or I love you this morning. You have to love yourself.
That is, you guys know Louisa Hayes. Hey, how?
Absolutely.
And that's what she would do. She'd wake up, and every time she saw a mirror, she'd say, "Hey, hot potato."
And I don't know about hot potato. I don't feel such a hot potato, but I can come up with something else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I do. Especially when I'm getting ready for the show, and you go through. I have my little rituals of coloring my hair and getting my shower and doing my makeup. And when I'm looking in the mirror, I'm going, it's going to be a fun show. You're dynamite tonight. You're going to have a wonderful guest, or whatever the situation is. I just talk to myself in the mirror, and by the time we get here, I'm good. I'm ready to go. It's going to be fun.
I love
And
that. I love that.
it's important for us to do that.
It's huge. It's huge. We're creators. And if we don't, the universe is going to give us something. It's all energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't ask for what you want or create what you want,
This is a time for us. What was your card that you got tonight, Heather, before the show?
Oh, I showed it. It's called The Void, but it has to do with retreat, rest, and pause.
I think that's a perfect card for the sign of the times.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Or within.
Yep. Yeah. And it's from the Metatron deck.
Yeah. Oh, who did? Is that a Bradley Valentine? Who did that?
Wow, Garnet says I won 1,500 pounds yesterday. Wow.
You go, Garnet. That's amazing.
Congratulations. Who was it, Heather? I didn't see.
It's Amanda Ellis.
I know Amanda Ellis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Australian, isn't she?
I thought she was
British. English.
Yeah, I think she's English.
I think, I haven't watched her for a while. Is she still on?
Yeah, she's still on. I don't watch her a lot, but I catch her every once in a while. I see her, and her music is very ding 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 or whatever it is. I don't know. I always remember.
Oh, that's probably yeah. Maybe that's why I don't watch her anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't mind it. It's just you remember it. Yeah, from the UK.
Right. It's not obnoxious or anything.
Yeah, she's still on. She's good. Yeah, she's really good. Oh, wait a minute. You won $1.50 or what? £1.50.
That's still not bad.
or did you win 1,500?
I'm confused.
I think he spent $1.50
and got 1,500.
Yeah, and he won 1,500. That is very good.
And she lives in England.
Yeah.
Amanda Ellis. I remember we used to watch her, Heather. She's one of the first people we watched. I think.
Yeah, she channels and she has scents out that she. You can buy it and spray it.
That's the one we did buy her sprays, Heather. Remember the sprays that we bought? That was Amanda Ellis.
Yeah, she does the archangels. Rest, right, Lauren? Yeah. Lauren needs a channel. Lauren is filled
Lauren
with
does need
beautiful
a channel.
things. She's amazing.
Have you ever gotten her on your channel? Has she ever done a live?
No.
Well,
has she been on your channel?
Waiting on Lauren. It's time to do a live with one of us.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's a water dragon. She and I are both water dragons.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
water dragons are very abundant.
We love each other for our water dragon connections.
Yeah.
And Mike has told you to listen.
Angel Michael.
Medical Mike, I think. Or it might be Archangel
Michael.
Archangel Michael.
It's Archangel.
Sure.
So Garnet, I wore my my sword tonight. And that's actually that commemorative pin from when Queen Elizabeth was crowned.
Oh,
so
cool.
It's an antique. Cool. Yeah, not antique. It's vintage. But anyway.
Okay.
So Lauren is not set up for it, but her guides keep
much nicer
May.
Oh, Lauren, call me.
Call me. We're volunteering both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
3 of us.
So. Yes, the 3 of us.
Wow. 5 pence and win 500. Pick 4. Okay.
I never won a damn thing. I gave up.
I'm going to try around my birthday because I'm supposed to be getting Bokus, whatever, around
Yeah.
my birthday. So I'm going to try around my birthday.
Yeah. My mom always said,
It in my supposed to have effect on me. So,
oh, good.
Fun. Go for it.
Good.
Get out there and buy your lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom always said the veil is very thin on your birthday, and you can ask your guides for whatever you want. So it's a good time to, work it.
Yeah.
Work it, work it, work it.
Yeah.
So is your mom passed? Do you talk to your mom a lot?
Oh, yeah. One of her best friends was an intuitive, Mary Starr. She was pretty well known in the Midwest, but she came up to me at the funeral and said, your mom said that she's going to touch the small of your back, and that's her hugging you. So you're going to feel that warmth back there. Makes me cry when I say it. And it was so sweet. That was so tenderhearted.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's around a lot, and I named my daughter after her, and she's always around my daughter.
Yeah, my mom's always around my daughter too, and my grandmother's always around my daughter, my granddaughters. I find that super comforting.
Right.
And my dad's always around me. Now, my mom and I had a fractious relationship, which we've healed since she's been on the other side, strangely enough. That's the nice thing about being a psychic medium, is that you can communicate and heal your relationships.
Yeah.
From the other side. And that's a real gift when you've had a fractious relationship.
I was going to say, I just don't believe that we all can't heal the relationship. And I believe every one of us has had a relationship that really needed to be healed.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't believe that we can't communicate and heal it, even if they're not in the human plane anymore.
Right.
I found it pretty damn easy with mom on the other side.
Yeah.
We could finally talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know.
It was like a come to Jesus meeting. You know what I mean?
Aww,
It was lovely.
Sweet.
It was lovely and to feel the love that they emit on the other side when they allow you to feel some of that love is just so incredible.
They are. Yeah.
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 Amazing. I'm not quite sure what Anna is saying. When we give our energy to our aunts or uncles, knowing well not to do so, or anyone, can we take our energy back? Cut that cord. You can always cut a cord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you can always call your energy home. No matter where your energy's been, you can always call your energy home. Just, you can Google it, how to do it. You can just create your own, perform your own ritual to release. Wouldn't you say, Teri?
Yeah. A bubble of protection, Anna. So one of my teachers, Reverend Saul, he was a crystal healer and a mantra specialist, but he walked out of his body last year in February.
Mm-hmm.
And he would always call in 33 trillion angels. And
33 trillion.
33 trillion angels. And that's what
a lot of angels.
It's a powerful thing. I was kind of thinking about that, Heather, when you were talking about having your group behind you.
Yeah, they're always there. And
yeah.
Even before I really understood what was going on, they were always there. If I had one of those pictures taken, that were supposed to.
Yeah.
The aura photos.
They could see everybody behind me.
Wow. Yeah.
And it was just there. I said, aren't you feeling crowded? I said, not yet.
Yeah.
Not at all. You guys, it's been an hour. I can't believe it. Teri, it's been a delight having you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Before you go, would you do me a favor and tell the chat, our viewers, about your daily meditations? I think they are so special, and anybody would, take away. They would love them. They would just absolutely love them. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So come by Monday through Friday, 8/11 Central on my channel, Holding Your Space. And it's called Meditation Tribe. And it is a tribe, and we get a lot of the same people there every day. And everybody holds space for each other. And if you're having a hard time, if you've had a death in the family, if you lost your job, if you got a new job, if you're getting married, so
Beautiful.
people come by and they just take care of each other, and it's a beautiful thing. And then we all meditate, and the meditations, it really is where one or more gather. It's like there are some powerful. Yeah, we mostly chat. It's your White Dragon. We're big talkers, but where one or more gather, and it's like the energy. Since we've been doing it, it's been 3 years, I guess. And the energy, at first you get started slowly and you go into this and you go into that, but we just go straight into the universe now. So it's,
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
yeah, we go deep pretty fast, and mostly they're channeled. But 33 trillion angels, ascended masters, and then all the ancestors come in from this lifetime and others. And then we call in the elementals. So we keep a pretty full room.
You cover pretty much anything and everything up there. Good job.
Yeah. We keep a pretty full room.
I love that. I hope you'll come back and visit us.
Oh, I would love to. And I'd love to have both of you on my channel too.
We'd love to be on your channel too.
Oh, thank you so
get together
much.
and schedule again.
I'd love that. Okay.
All right, you guys, I guess it's time to go. I can't believe that hour just flew by.
That was fast, wasn't it?
Yeah. Thank you everybody for your comments and your input. It's been very helpful.
You know how much we love it. And I never even put the banner up, which is ridiculous because, of course, I would welcome Teri at Holding Your Space. So you get the banner right before we leave, you guys.
Well, thanks for having me so much.
We want you to come back soon. Everybody go out there, spread your love and light. It's so needed right now. Just hold your space
and make sure that you include yourself in all that you're sending out.
Absolutely.
You are very, very important.
Self-care is so important.
Definitely.
Goodbye, you guys. Till next time.
Bye, everybody.